So heads up to the pot. Badziakouski flops the nut flush draw and an inside straight draw. He's got a 51% chance to win this pot even though he's unpaired. Loeser of top pair 7 kicker. But he actually checks. I think he's going to go for a delayed continuation bet instead. Turns a 9. Loeser of top pair of kings on a very bad board. And it's actually going to lead. Interesting. 75,000. So this is a value bet against those hands. It also prevents his opponent from betting bigger, so he doesn't have to, in case his opponent, wants to try and bluff him off the pot. So Badziakouski actually going to call with his mini outs, 32% chance, and the river is a 6. So Badziakouski blanks off. 2 flush draws on the board. Loeser in a tricky spot because he did bet the turn. He gets hard to get called by too much worse. Now Badziakouski trying to figure out what does Loeser have. 325,000. So he's gonna bet about 75% of the pot. Loeser here in a very tricky spot. Clock's running out. Loeser's gonna fold the best hand, so very well played by Badziakouski. Just double checking those cards.
I mean, I'm not sure about
open this pot.
With that this year. I mean,
makes it 150,000.
Badziakouski
Badziakouski with pocket 7s. He's up against an opponent who has 22 big blinds, raising on the dealer button. Does he just 3-bet this hand and try to get it in?
I imagine we're going to see Badziakouski 3-bet and call and all, call and all in here. I think
ideally
just attacking the pot pre-flop, that's a big advantage of that, is just attacking, hoping to take it down pre-flop. You have a strong enough hand that when your opponent shoves, you're not in terrible shape, but of course you'd prefer to see a fold.
So he is going to re-raise, and the good part is you kick out the big blind, because pocket 7s plays better as a heads-up pot. So he makes it 500,000. Loeser's going to pretty much snap shove. Like, he'll use his 30 seconds at most. Shove all in here. So he's going to go all in. Badziakouski's going to call.
1-3-25.
I think that she should burn it.
He makes the call.
There's the call. That's the hand that Badziakouski did want to see once his opponent shoved, and we got a classic coin flip situation. Manig Loeser with his tournament life at risk. He's going to need an ace, a king, or maybe some clubs.
Everyone's rooting for 7. Think it's always coming. Queen 5-4.
7 of clubs. 7 of clubs. 7 of clubs. Fair enough.
Turn is a 3 of clubs. Loeser has 41%. He gets a deuce, an ace,
yeah, the
king,
turn actually helped Loeser.
Here comes the river cards, an 8. And Loeser has been eliminated from the tournament. He was doing very well in 2 big pots, and he's gone. He's going to make the call. Good thing he didn't shove all in because he'd be in a bad spot. It wouldn't have surprised me if he shoved too, because he's been putting a lot of pressure when there's like these short stacks that exist. But it's going to get to see a flop here. Try and flop a 9. Flop is Jack 8-3 flush draw. No improvement to Sontheimer. But he actually checks, trying to feign weakness, trying to get his opponent to make some stabs at him. If he's representing a hand like ace queen and ace king high, Sontheimer might bet a hand like king queen on this flop. Now Sontheimer's reaching for chips.
I'm surprised that Mikita's putting this in his check range on the flop here.
So he does make the call.
Perhaps Badziakouski thinking that Sontheimer's been so aggressive that Badziakouski wants to rep some sort of a middle strength hand, and hopefully Sontheimer will try to barrel him off it.
Well, turns a 6. Sontheimer actually has pretty good showdown value of his hand. I think he might decide to check here. If he does fire a bet, probably wouldn't go too big. could still have the best hand against hands like ace-8, 8-9, 7-8.
Yeah, the problem is that there aren't that many 8s in Badziakouski's range, so it really looks like Badziakouski a lot of times might have a hand that beats Sontheimers.
So he does make the check back. Now the river's a 7.
650.
650, so he's going to go
Large bet.
75%. Like, he does make the call, and he's going to see the bad
he
news.
makes the call.
So he's going to get shown pocket aces.
And the check call on the flop of Badziakouski works out.
I guess maybe Rui read into, why would you make it so big? But he's still going to make the call here at pocket 6s. So the two bigger stacks at the table playing a 1.7 million chip pot right now.
Huge pot.
Let out some steam. He flops
Wow.
a set of 6s. Rui Cal is in trouble.
Disaster flop for Rui Cow.
So let's see if he bets. He is going to bet, so he's going to lose a lot of chips. Badziakouski needs to just call here in position. If he raises, he lets his opponent get away from a big hand, or also get away with his bluffs. So he does make the call.
Yeah, if Badziakouski had ace-king, he probably would have gone all-in pre-flop. Ace-queen is a possible hand that beats Rui Cow here.
Rui. Well, love to see him slow down. Try to see what happens. So he does check.
The hands with which Badziakouski should be bluffing in theory are hands like pocket 8s.
Yeah, he doesn't need to bet too big. I like this bet. He still has 1.7 million chips behind, which would be at like less than a half pot bet on the river. So he does make the call.
River card's an 8, so now a 5 makes a straight.
That's a very nitty check.
Wow.
Very nitty check.
Ace jack.
Badziakouski checks the river.
Shows him.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure why he checked.
Rui Cow's like, okay. Don't need to be put in a tough decision. So it makes it 650,000.
650, and now Sontheimer sees the ace-queen of hearts.
He's got to think he's got the best hand in a lot. He's going to think Badziakouski is 3-bet bluffing because Badziakouski is a chip leader, would put pressure on the middling stacks because there's people with like 10 and 15 big blinds roughly left. Sontheimer here came into this final table as a chip leader. Could potentially be at risk. He does shove. Jetton's going to fold. Badziakouski's going to snap call here.
Fuck, I'm not happy about it, but I'm not getting away from it, it seems.
3,030,000.
Yeah, he requires 38% equity call, literally against a range of ace-king, pocket kings, pocket aces, and pocket queens. He's 36%.
So they are coin flipping.
So Badziakouski makes the call. Sontheimer at risk.
I thought you fold that.
Ice?
Yeah,
Tough to fold.
good luck.
Sontheimer thought he would fold it?
But Rui Cal doesn't think so.
Hit.
Not important pot.
So here comes the flop. 6-6-5, 2 clubs. Sontheimer needs an ace or a queen, or he's going to actually finish in 5th. 7 on the turn. Doesn't change anything. And Sontheimer is out in 5th place. He came into his final table as the chip leader. Finished right in the middle. Probably a bit disappointed. Seems like an easy shove given his stack. So he does shove. Badziakouski has ace-king suited.
Wow.
It's going to be a snap call. And it's going to be coin flipping to eliminate Chan.
Yeah.
52% favorite for Chan. He's a dodge an ace or a king.
Not the hand Mikita wanted to see.
Wow, that's a nasty flop. Badziakouski hit any heart, an ace or a king to eliminate Chan right now. Turns a heart, so he's got the nut flush, and Chan's going to finish in 4th place. Very well done. Wow, he rivered a set of 6s for no reason. So Long Chan, one of the best in the Asia scene, finishes in 4th place for 5. I think I would call here. He does make the call. He is going to see the bad news, but he's not that far behind. He's got a 41% chance to double up here.
Is he the call? Oh.
She knows better.
Rui Cal is like, I don't think that's a call. I don't know. Everyone doesn't know. Here comes a flop. Oh, Rui Cal's flop. Top pair and the nut flush draw. Peter Jetton turns a pair of 7s. He needs a queen or a 7. River's a deuce, and Peter Jetton's going to be our 3rd place finisher. He is going to cash for about 8 million Hong Kong dollars. That is 1 million USD. So they're going to shorten the break. Now ace deuce here. Since Rui's been limping some buttons, I probably don't really like anything but calling here. So he is going to make the call.
25 big blinds deep. Mikita does call the big blind.
A good spot. Ace high board. Most players have been continuation, but Rui's actually checking now. So he's adapting. Badziakouski. Should he bet or check here with the pair of aces? It depends on what he thinks Rui would do with his bluffs. Would he consider c-betting the flop as a bluff, or would he do a delayed continuation bet? And what would he do with his middling hands?
Yeah, I think you could go either way here.
So he's going to try to get value out of a king or a 6 or a 7. Pretty small bet, actually. Rui's going to make a play. He's raising.
I don't
Queen
understand
5.
this at all.
He's trying to represent 2 pair, like king 7, king 6, 6, 7, and pocket 7s.
That's a good check back, and then on the turn, he's just...
It makes no sense to Badziakouski, so that's why he's calling here. River's a 4. But this is going to be a tough bluff to get through.
Yeah, I think that Rui's really going to want to bluff this river for a couple reasons. One reason is he has a spade in his hand. The other reason is
he's shoving.
Wow, he moves all in.
That's an overbet shove. 3.1 million into 2.3.
Rui Cal moving all in here.
Rui Cal is predicting that Badziakouski actually doesn't even have an ace that often. Maybe a hand like... The way he bets so small on the turn makes it seem like he's got a king. So he thinks that this is another scare card for Badziakouski.
Once again.
He's having a lot of trouble deciding what hands Rui Cal can have. He's going to make the call.
Wow, what a call by Mikita Badziakouski.
And Mikita wins it. Rui Cal eliminated on a stone-cold bluff.
Good game.
Good game.
Good game.
Shura.
Rui Cal gets 2nd place for 13,217,000 Hong Kong dollars, winning 1.68 million USD. Mikita Badziakouski, the winner, 19,618,000 Hong Kong dollars, winning 2.5 million USD.
Here's some of the chip counts for you. We have our table chip leader, also defending champion. You heard it, the reigning defending champion. He has 3 million chips, 100 big blinds thereabouts. Mikita Badziakouski, followed closely by Sergio Aido.
Gonna go with this limping strategy in the cutoff. Wow. Jason Coon picks up ace-king in the big blind. This will be very interesting after Ido just calls.
Man,
I want you to keep in mind that in this similar spot here, Coon raised 9-8 suited. Ido probably knows this by now.
true.
It's been enough time.
And here we also see Ido make that nice play where he limps really strong as well.
So Ido might actually feel like he's trapping here. I would not fault him if he rejams over this raise coming.
300.
I mean, even if Ido would have raised and Coon shoves, Ido's probably just going to call. That's how strong ace-queen is in this situation. What a gigantic cooler here.
300,000. Coon is making it even bigger than last time. And this would commit Ido a lot more. I don't see how Ido can just open fold pre-flop.
Yeah, no.
That would be amazing if he did. All in from Sergio Ido. Perfect sizing from Coon to get him to reshove. Calls.
That is really rough.
Sergio Ido at risk. He was in second place going into day 3 with 3 million chips. Could be the first one out today.
Big moments.
23% chance to hit a queen.
I like that they put some bricks of cash there.
Yeah. Got a feel for Ido. He made some great laydowns. Here comes a flop. Sergio Ido has 2% chance to stay in this tournament. Cannot be loving this. Turn is a 3. Sergio Ido's eliminated in 6th place. He's going to win 826,000 US dollars. Very well played. He made some big laydowns. Unfortunately, the cards did not.
So, calls and tries to trap Chan before the flop. Flop's a monster.
Gonna take a stab here. He thinks that Chan wouldn't put him on an ace. Chan makes the call here with queen 7 high. So he's played a perfect plan. Got his opponent to call with nothing.
These are the little situations that make all the difference.
Wow. Chan is raising here. You know, when you call with such a weak hand on a flop, sometimes you're looking to make a move. This is definitely not going to work. Yeah, Badziakouski tried to make it look like he wouldn't have an ace because a lot of people with this small stack would just raise in the small blind pre-flop. So that's why he bets out in the flop. He thinks his opponent won't think he's got an ace. River card is an 8. I don't really see how Chan can continue on the river. Oh, he's gonna block bet 200,000.
There's that bet again. This is such an interesting thing. Whoa, he's shoving all in.
Wow. Wai Long Chan shoves all in here with queen 7. He's figured out, well,
Wow.
he just doesn't think Badziakouski is strong. He would never play an 8 this way. Which, Mikita, 10-second warning. He makes the call. Wow.
I have to show cards. See? Here's one. Show boss. Show cards. Can you show the card?
Wow.
Wow.
Sick. And Mikita Badziakouski uses all of his time bank chips.
So 5.
Wow.
Makes one of the biggest calls of the tournament. So Mikita Badziakouski with ace 7 suited opens under the gun. Jason Coon going at him with ace-6 of diamonds.
Oh, Badziakouski makes the call.
Well, Badziakouski calling with ace-7 suited. Seems to know where Jason Coon is at. This is definitely not an easy call.
Wow.
Ooh.
Oh my god, what an action board.
All right, so Jason Coon flops an open-ended straight draw. Badziakouski flops a straight draw and a flush draw.
So Coon needs a 7 or a deuce for a straight. Badziakouski can only win with a 6.
$230.
230,000. I wonder if Badziakouski wants to consider making an aggressive play here. He's got a lot of equity, a lot of outs. Can easily get a better hand to fold like ace king or ace queen if he was to make a raise. Does have position. Can see what develops.
He would be a favorite against a hand like kings or queens.
Yeah, slightly.
All in.
All in. I like the play. He's trying to get hands like ace king to fold.
Coon in another tough spot. Yeah, scoping out to see how hard he wants to gamble for this.
Jason Coon here. Gonna make the
Wow.
call. Oh, he's in terrible shape. He doesn't realize it. Jason Coon thought he was up against a flush draw that was like queen high or king high. Jason Coon at risk. Needs to hit a deuce or a 7. No club though. Jason Badziakouski got his chips in again. Turn card is a queen. One more card to go for Jason Coon.
Holy shit, your 7's live to play. How's that
Yeah.
possible?
You're allowed to play.
Yeah.
Comes a river card. The card's a
Wow.
5.
That's it.
Jason Coon eliminated from the tournament in 5th place.
Ace 7 high holds.
Ace-7 high beats Ace-6 high. You might think King-9 is the best hand. We saw him shove Jack-9 suited earlier.
On.
He's going to make the shove. Quick call from Badziakouski. Greenwood at risk, 40% to stay in the tournament.
Part of me actually wanted to win this one.
Parts of me.
Part of me wants me to win this one.
Greenwood needs a king or a 9. He's going to be a 4th place finisher here.
Jack.
Turn card is a
Now I need
10.
the Jack.
Greenwood can now hit a jack
Like
to
on a
make a
Triton, you should
straight.
be allowed to be sweating in the river yourself. Yeah. Face down. Face down. Face down.
River card is an 8, so Greenwood's eliminated in 4th place for 1.471 million USD.
Thank you.
Great game by Sam Greenwood. Played excellently.
Oh man, this is a cooler.
Wow.
Small blind versus big blind. Richard Yong and Badziakouski. Ace Queen versus Ace King. What a dream scenario.
Ace Queen 3-handed feels like pocket queens in
Yeah.
a normal table.
I feel like Ace Queen feels like he's trapping right now too.
Yeah.
He's just screaming for Badziakouski to make a play at him. Mikita might think Yong is quite strong here. Going to 3-bet. 500,000.
All in.
All in a call. Ace Queen versus Ace King. Richard Yong is now at risk. Needs to hit a queen, or he'll be a third place finisher. Both players flopping an ace. Richard Yong needs a queen. Turn card is an 8, and only a queen will save Richard Yong, or he will be in third place.
It's a 10.
GG for Richard Yong. Third place, cashes for $2,130,000. You got. No matter what happens, the money is going all in pre-flop. Whether he traps, whether he raises. This is a slam dunk all in with pocket sixes. All in. Snap call. So it's going pocket sixes versus ace queen. Chan is a slight favorite, 54%.
It's a coin flip.
Mikita can win this tournament back to back if he can hit an ace or a queen. He is the defending champ. Wailong Chan at risk here. Comes a flop.
Wow, what a window cards.
10% for Chan.
It's one of the two remaining sixes, or 8 and a 9.
That's a blank. One more card before Mikita Badziakouski can be the main event champion again, back to back.
That's
It's over.
it. We have a champion, Mikita Badziakouski. He's gonna win $5.2 million back-to-back main events. What a player, huh?
Yeah, back to back. He wins 2.5 million in Montenegro, wins 5.2 million in the main event here in Jeju. Back-to-back main event champion. Wailong Chan, a good result.
Badziakouski.
It's okay, give up.
First world problems.
So where should I stay?
3.25 million for Wailong Chan. Excellent result.